Carter Dilly, and this is my interview. I am interviewing Kevin Michael Dilly, and here we go. What is your job?
I am a professor at the University of Texas at Tyler. I teach journalism and mass communication. I also advise the student media outlet there. So I'm kind of a coach and a teacher, and I do stuff like that.
How much money do you make here yearly?
Yeah. Well, I don't like to talk about that too much, but I make enough money to pay the bills, to go on vacations, to save money for big things like college and cars and things like that. So I do all right. We do okay. We get paid well.
In 20 years from now, will your job still be going?
Will I still have my job?
No.
Or will my job still exist?
Will job as a journalism and working with cameras and...
Yeah, 20 years from now, journalism has existed since people could talk and communicate to each other. Journalism is all about sharing information, and so journalism will continue to exist, and certainly teachers who teach it will still be around. So I think in 20 years, yeah, there'll still be a job for a professor teaching journalism and communication.
How much training or education is required for your job?
You need to go to school for at least 4 years and get a bachelor degree. I would say that having some years of experience, 5 to 10 years of experience at least in the industry, working at media outlets, newspapers or magazines, websites or television stations helps a lot too. I did another 2 years of school to get a master's degree because you need that to teach at the university level. I don't have a PhD, which is the highest level of education you can get, and that would be another 2 to 4 years.
Would you give a person who would like to? Would you give any advice to a person who would like to work as a professor of journalism or a journalist?
Well, yeah, I would say get your education first. Make sure you get through school, study hard, learn a lot of things. Journalists know a little bit about a lot of things, and they can talk to a lot of different people. And so I would encourage students to finish their education and get a good, broad education. Journalists have to do a lot, so you have to be curious. Okay, that's the first thing a journalist has to be, is curious. And if you want to be a teacher, you have to really care about people. So you have to learn how to be empathetic and care about them. So that would be my advice.
Not like a person who is like, I care about myself. Let's say a person who is like, I care about myself and I am supposed to be a star of the camera.
Right, exactly, yeah. You can't be that's probably, if you're that kind of person, you should be a movie star or a politician, maybe not a teacher.
Is it tough to work with people who get on your nerves?
Well, it's challenging. You don't always work with people that you like or get along with, and sometimes there's egos that clash, and sometimes you have disagreements. But if you're a professional, which when you get to this level, you worked hard to be a professional, you figure out ways to work with people that you don't always get along with, and you make things work because you realize that in the end of the day, that the work that you do, especially if you're a teacher, it's all about the students, and so you want to make sure that the people you work with are also working in the same direction. So it's not annoying, but sometimes there's challenges. But I like everybody I work with.
How many hours do you work for, like, each week?
In a given week, it varies. It really depends. I probably never work less than a standard 40-hour week, but there are probably weeks where I work 50 or 60 hours. This week is finals week, so there's a lot of grading to be done. I don't have any classes to teach, but I've been busy every single day with meetings and trying to get grades done and stuff. Other weeks, when the students have a production weekend, I'm in on a weekend helping the students. I might stay late on a Friday, go in on a Sunday afternoon. when I went to San Antonio a couple of weeks ago, remember? I was up and very early and in bed very late, and so conferences can be pretty tricky. So it varies, but I'd say 40 to 60 hours a week.
Do you like teaching?
I love teaching. I've always kind of been a teacher. When I was younger, I wasn't officially a teacher, but I was a coach. I coached soccer, and I helped students who were involved in Boy Scouts of America, and I helped them learn things. And I always kind of liked, I like teaching. I like helping people, so it's something that I do really enjoy.
Is it hard to get someone to interview?
It can be. It depends on who it is. Not everybody likes to talk to a journalist because it can be scary. It can be a little intimidating. But the way you get someone to interview with you is you just trust them. And they learn to trust you, and you let them know that you're not there to hurt them, that you're just trying to get their side of the story, and you're trying to give them an opportunity to talk. And if they think that you're not out to get them, they'll talk to you, and they'll give you an interview, and they'll tell you what's going on. So,
Do you like your job?
I love my job. Didn't I just answer this? Didn't you ask? Oh, you asked me about teaching. Well, teaching's my job.
You also work as coaching.
Yeah, I love that too. But yeah, so my job is something that I do really like getting up every morning and going and doing, and I like to come home and be with my family. So you know, it is a job, so I like to leave it there. But I'm you know, even when I've had a long day, I'm still pretty happy with what I've done. And even with days that don't quite go the way I wish they had, I still look forward to the next day. So.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin, for taking your time off on this beautiful Wednesday and letting me interview.
You're welcome. Thank you. It was a very nice interview. You asked really good questions.